This is Quid Pro Roll, a fantasy narrative play where adventurers explore the brave new world of Virion and uncover the mysteries buried by time.
There is a moment in the Vinvaldi dawn before the sun actually breaks over the horizon where everything is shrouded in a silver mist and everything is tinted this ethereal blue color. The world is still, for the most part, asleep, save for those who make their living being up before the sun. There isn't even bird song, and the grass is still damp with dew, when two shepherds on the first shift begin tending their flock and taking them out to graze. There have been exceptionally ravenous sheep lately, and so unfortunately they've had to push the flock closer to the woods than they normally would want to. Unfortunately, bad things often happen to those who get too close to the woods.
I do not like these thick mists. We're so far from the lake. It spells an ill omen.
You know as well as I, dark things live in these woods. But it is important that the sheep get plenty of grass to eat. We do not want skinny sheep come winter.
Meh.
Spring this year, I hope, will be bountiful for them. They suffered quite a bit, and Hofton will poke the baying sheep with his staff, like, get back to eating. Skinny little nerd. And he'll reach into his pack, and he will pull out a loaf of like very crumbly bread. It's kind of flat, almost like a cornbread. And he'll like crack off a piece and hand it to his companion.
Oh, thank you. I was just beginning to get a bit peckish. Oh, I will say, as dread as this mist is, it is very quiet, almost peaceful. Almost peaceful.
Almost peaceful. Going to have to get a muzzle for that one.
I like the implication that it's not just random sheep complaining, it's just one singular sheep.
It's just the one. Is that Rolfie?
Yes, of course it is Rolfie. You know this as well as I. I feared that a sheep that noisy this far out from the paddock. One day, I will have turned my back to do my business on the other side of the hill. I will come back, and Rolfie will be gone.
I don't know, they say that, but they would hunt anything that took Rolfie from them. They love Rolfie.
It's true. When your cousin Ingrid stole Rolfie for his 3rd birthday party, and we had to search for hours and hours and hours and nearly lost our minds.
I could not understand how there were no wolf tracks, no fairy signs, nothing. How could they abduct Rolfie so cleanly? I could not comprehend. Of course, Ingrid uses our own footsteps to track in, steal Rolfie, and walk backwards out of the plains.
While holding a screaming sheep. Such stealth.
I am as impressed as any. I think perhaps there will be either a great life of hunting for Ingrid, or a terrible life of crime. Only time will tell.
Probably that second one.
You never know.
She likes to steal things.
She does, but it's never too late to turn your life around.
Isn't it?
As the two of them snack on their bread and have their conversation, and a sort of camaraderie settles between them, marked only by the barking of one of the protection dogs that they brought along with them. The barking then goes silent.
Halfdan shoots straight up, the bread dropping to the dewy grass. Taking in the scene, looking around, trying to follow where the dog was.
Turning to the direction of where the sounds once were, you notice the dog is still there. He is standing frozen, his ears alert, his paw picked up as if seeing something, staring, completely transfixed into the woods.
I will go and look.
Wait. Halfdan will reach into his shirt and pull out an iron sun symbol and pass it to him.
Oleg puts a comforting hand on Halfdan's shoulder. Thank you, my friend. I will treasure this. And wraps the necklace over his neck and proceeds towards the dog. Now, what is all this fuss about,
As you step closer and closer, the mist seems to thicken. It's no longer just this gentle, soft water mist. It is this heavy, almost metallic silver that settles in and smells faintly of jasmine. But it obscures everything around you until you are simply standing with the dog and the two of you staring into the woods.
Oleg puts a single hand on the back of the dog's neck and then stands completely still alongside the dog, cane in one hand, the dog in the other, and just stares quietly into the woods.
A long-fingered hand, gnarled, its joints kind of reminding you of knots in wood, slowly curls around one of the trees, a large shadow looming behind them.
Old creature, you have no dominion here. We are not in your woods past that point.
There is a pause, as the creature did hear you and understands, seemingly. But it proceeds, stepping out into the field, revealing itself to be large is definitely a word you would use, probably about 8 feet tall, all things considered. There's this wildness to its hair, decorated with beads and acorns and leaves, and you're not entirely certain how much of it is intentional and how much of it is just picked up from living in the dense wood. Its face is almost human. It's so close, but it has this thick, overhanging brow, this incredibly prominent nose, and these very defined chin and cheekbones that make it look like a human face somebody created out of clay without actually remembering what a human looked like. The thing that it makes you think of, with its odd clothing that hangs from it, its strange decoration, and this mane of hair that cuts down its back fully, ending in a long tail with a tuft at the end. It carries a stick not unlike your own, and with the patterns in its skin and the way that it holds itself and the prominence of its knuckles and its cheekbones, it reminds you of an old, gnarled tree. The kind that children shy away from. In his other hand, you see a basket filled with what appears to be cloth. A dyed linen of some kind of yellow gradient. It takes another step towards you.
As the creature emerges from the woods, Oleg takes almost a half step back, but steadies himself between his cane and his dog. And with a little bit of tremor in his voice, I said, whole creature. If you are to do something of harm to me or my pets, then know that mystics will be crawling your woods seeking a man-eater. In hours, my village knows where I've gone. You say this, but how am I to trust?
He reaches out the hand holding the basket as if in offering.
Oleg very tentatively takes his hand off the dog and reaches forward toward the basket. And what is this that you have brought me?
As the basket is transferred into your hands, it is surprisingly weighty. It seemed to just contain a blanket, but no, there is something inside. Something mewling and squirming.
I do not understand. Why would you bring me a child? A child of the woods at that.
Raise the child. His father will return 20 years hence.
Is this supposed to be a sort of peace offering? We do this for you, and in exchange, we are safe in these fields?
Messenger.
It is with that the creature turns and begins walking towards the woods. The silver mist becomes thicker, almost like a sheet of silver fabric pulled over your eyes before it dissipates. The creature gone, the mists now natural, and the basket still in your hand.
Oleg pats the dog a couple of times. That is a good boy. You did well. He turns to walk back to Halfdan. You are not going to believe the shit that just happened.
Returning to Halfdan, you can see that he has been diligently trying to get Rolfie to round the other sheep up. His bah, very much like a dog's bark. It seems oddly effective. You're not going to believe what I just got him to do. Is that a baby?
There is some variety of infant in this basket, yes.
Perhaps you should explain.
And explain I shall. Though, perhaps give me a moment so that this feeling of nearly wetting myself can dissipate slightly first.
As the basket is set down on the ground for its very distressed recipient to sit on the ground and take a breather, the dog comes up and begins snuffling around the blanket, tail wagging. Small, chubby baby hands reach out and grab its snout gently. Whatever this child is, it does not seem to be dangerous or mean harm. But as for what kind of man it grows into, that is, to some level, up to them to decide.
Quid Pro Roll is an independent narrative play podcast supported by Richmond Comix and listeners like you. Our audio editing and sound design is provided by Scott Moore. Our soundtrack design is by Scott Moore and Gabriel Perez. Our GM and world builder is Alex Smith. Asuka is played by me, Luke Davis. Vera is played by Jenny Garrett. Drolzna is played by Joshua Maltby. Links to our cast and crew socials as well as our Patreon page can be found in our show notes. Thanks, everybody.